Everybody, Steph from the High Moon Podcast. So Karl Anthony Towns finally shows up big for the New York Knicks last night. Everybody's talking about his dominant performance in that fourth quarter, getting 20 points. I mean, listen, man. At this point, I mean, what big would you take in the NBA outside of Giannis, Jokic, and a healthy Embiid? Leave those guys alone. Who's the next big in that category, right? That you would take? Okay. I mean, would it be Miles Turner, the guy on the other team? On the Indiana Pacers? Would it be Karl Anthony Towns? Everybody's like an up and coming Şengün. Okay. Let's see. What's another big out west? Jaren Jackson, from Memphis. Let's go down the list of teams. I mean, I don't know, honestly. Outside of those dominant, a true center that can stretch the floor and play down low, right? It doesn't get any better than Karl Anthony Towns outside those top three that I mentioned, right? And look, man, I mean, at some point, and I mean, you got to start getting, he has to start getting a little more respect. But I think a lot of it is on him at times, of just the lack of aggression and wanting to sit around and shoot threes. But, the other night, I mean, if Karl Anthony Towns is going to play like that, I don't expect him to go off in the fourth quarter, but can he give you consistency like that throughout a game and give you buckets when it actually matters, right? And he has kind of been doing that in these playoffs, man. If you look at his game log, he's been very consistent for the most part. Okay. He's giving you right around his averages. Okay. Obviously he went off at 35 in the loss in the overtime game, in game one. But he's been really consistent for the most part throughout the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Looking at his stat line. Okay. Yeah. He'll give you a dud of a game. All right. His worst game of the playoffs was game 3. Was it game 2? Yeah. Game 2 against Detroit. Okay. And then his other bad game, they won, but he had 14 points against Boston and was at game 1, right? In overtime. Okay, that's about it though. For the most part, he's been very good. And I think the Knicks, I feel like the Knicks have gotten their values worth in this trade, and getting Karl Anthony Towns. And it shows you that, having a true big, that can stretch the floor, and can play down low and hit threes. He's one of the best shooting threes, best 3-point shooting big men in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, and look, he's been healthy, right? He's been healthy. Okay. Is this series over in my opinion? No. I like the Pacers winning this series, even though I'm rooting for the Knicks. All right. But I do like, this Knicks team. And, everybody's talking about, Tom Thibodeau changing the lineup and playing Mitchell Robinson and playing Shaman. So I think he should have been playing some of those guys, honestly, a lot earlier to get those guys comfortable and getting some reps. Could that be a difference maker going forward, and playing some additional bench players? Possibly, right? But tall task. I mean, the Pacers gave away that game, and Karl Anthony Towns went the hell off, right? Now, is this going to be momentum going forward for the Knicks? Who knows, right? Maybe. But I think the biggest factor in this series, honestly, is Jalen Brunson getting in foul trouble a lot early in this series, right? And I credit the Pacers for putting him in positions to be hacking and getting fouls and whatnot. Brunson, to his credit, admitted that, and that's the reason why they're in this position, right? And it's crazy that the stints that Brunson has been on the bench, they go off, right? And maybe it's because there's more ball movement. Of course you want to have Brunson in the game. I'm just saying, because as soon as he came back in the game the other night, when it was 98-98, he came in and got a bucket instantly, right? So Brunson is still that closer. But he's going to be getting foul trouble. It's very unique seeing this Knicks team go on these crazy runs. Even in game 1, when Brunson was in foul trouble, they went on a crazy run, being up like 13, 14 points, right? And in this game, Brunson is in foul trouble. He doesn't come in until late in the fourth quarter. And Karl Anthony Towns is damn near trying to ice this game out. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of Knicks team, when they put it all together, is what you want to see. Because you get better offensive production from Mikal Bridges and Anunoby, but those guys haven't been doing a lot of good. They've been doing a great job, mainly on the defensive side, being wing guys, and then picking their spots when to get buckets, which is impressive, man. I like this Knicks team a lot, but I just feel like, and you can make the case. Look, I'm not stupid. You can make the case that the Knicks could be up, 2-1 in this series. You can make the case they could probably be up 3-1 in this series, right? But that's not how the game works, okay? And then you can make the case on the flip side that the Pacers could be up 3-1 if they didn't squander the game, right? Do we have a series now? I hope we do. I would hate to see a Knicks team as talented as this to get swept or have a gentleman's sweep. So I'm glad they got a game, but it's going to be tough if they don't win and steal the next game to go back to New York 2-2. Has to go back to New York 2-2 for the Knicks to even have a chance. If it doesn't, I don't like the Knicks really playing at home. This honestly, this whole postseason, right? It's weird. A team as talented as this having trouble winning games at home. But they like to be on the road and they like their backs beating against the wall. So you know what? Maybe their chance is winning road games all the way through, and then try to win a home game here and there. That's what it's looking like to me. But great game for Karl Anthony Towns, in my opinion. And I've noticed for a while. I always thought Karl Anthony Towns was one of the better bigs outside of Giannis Jokic and a healthy Embiid. Always got to qualify that. But I'm kind of glad that he's on the eastern side of the bracket as we're getting in these championship rounds. He is finally getting to showcase what he can do, and it was worth every bit of that trade, in my opinion. So y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.